It's time for pretty good news from the Wisconsin Maritime Museum.
Welcome aboard. I am Shane Lee of the Wisconsin Maritime Museum in Manitowoc, and I have some pretty good news for you. The Wisconsin Shipwreck Coast National Marine Sanctuary was officially designated in June. Researchers have already begun studying the area and shared their processes with Wisconsin educators. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, has set aside an area of Lake Michigan from Two Rivers to Port Washington with the designation of National Marine Sanctuary. The Wisconsin Shipwreck Coast is the 15th marine sanctuary in the United States. The designation will preserve the area for many valuable studies, such as the mapping of shipwrecks, which began in August.
We've got this team, we're getting the data that's good for archaeologists, but also good for natural resource managers as we figure out what the lake bottom's all about.
The sanctuary is 962 square miles, and the goal for the equipment is to collect enough data to form a detailed picture of the lake bed. Study participants include the University of Miami, with a drone equipped with a magnetometer that is crucial for mapping Raleigh Point and Two Rivers. A team from the University of Delaware brought surface vehicles with sonar equipment for mapping.
Robots are really good for those kinds of tasks because they don't complain about the depths or the cold of the water or the temperature or being down for a long time, and we can program them to go and do very precise, tight line spacings and use high frequency, high resolution sonar systems to get really unprecedented levels of detail.
Researchers can use the information to monitor changing conditions of known shipwrecks as well as discovering previously uncharted wreck sites. The equipment and the researchers who use it made a big impression on Tricia Patton of Wedgwood Park Middle School.
They come from all over the world. They come and actually give us the information. I think that's just really neat that they're doing this research here.
They're able to be ambassadors for the sanctuary, and the work they do is really interesting, and so we want to make sure the public gets a chance to see what we're doing.
During the mapping process, the researchers will gather information about the health of Lake Michigan and the threat level of invasive species.
The lamprey, never knew about those. I did know about zebra mussels, and I learned that they were being overtaken by the coongrass, so I learned some different things.
By scanning the lake bottom, the researchers are only scratching the surface of what the sanctuary has to offer. For more information on the Wisconsin Shipwreck Coast, you can go to the website sanctuaries.noaa.gov/Wisconsin. In this episode's featured artifact, the museum's Greg Lutz steps out of the galleries and into the waterways room.
All right, hello everyone out there in the world of YouTube. My name is Greg, and I'm the Visitor Engagement and Retail Manager here at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum. For today's featured artifact, I'm doing something a little less traditional. My favorite part of our museum here is the waterways room, because my favorite thing that we do here at Wisconsin Maritime Museum is educate the children that come in here. And I think children are learning best when they're doing it by accident, when they're playing around in here, when they don't know they're learning. That's when they're really absorbing all the things that we have to offer here at the museum. Things like how the lock system works, very important for transporting ships up and down the rivers that we have here in Wisconsin. We've got our mock irrigation system, another thing that they can play with, interact with in a non-traditional way, but learn about something very important, especially for all the farmers that we have here in Wisconsin. Seeing how irrigation systems work and learning about that in a way that, again, is engaging and fun for all ages. We also have other fun interactives in this room, such as our big wind system, showing them how sails use the wind to power the boats here out on the Great Lakes, how ships refuel using our mock tanker depot right back here, and then they can also play around with things like the bridge and the pipe system that we have at the back. Overall, just a really fun and interactive experience here in the waterways room, so definitely come check it out as soon as you have a chance.
Thank you, Greg. This episode's joke of the day brings in a highly anticipated guest star, my spouse, Julia Lee.
Where do zombies like to go sailing? The Dead Sea!
Good one, Julia. She is just as pretty as she is witty. This will be my final episode with Wisconsin Maritime Museum, and while the show is ending, at least we got to enjoy the ride together, and that is pretty good news.